She was a single mother, no job, no money, no support, but she had one thing, a story in her mind, a story about a boy who didn't know he was a wizard, and one day that story would change the world. Her name was Joanne Rowling, later known as J.K. Rowling, but before fame she faced failure, rejection, and deep pain. She was born in 1965 in a small town in England. From an early age she loved books. She used to write short stories and read them to her younger sister. Writing wasn't a hobby, it was her escape. Her childhood wasn't magical. Her mother was ill with a disease that slowly took her away. Her father was distant and cold. Still, she studied hard and went to university. She graduated, but life didn't go as planned. She worked different jobs as a teacher, secretary, translator. Nothing felt right, but she kept writing in the background. Then came one of the darkest chapters in her life. Her mother died. Joanne was shattered. Looking for a new beginning, she moved to Portugal. There, she taught English, got married, and had a daughter. But the marriage ended in abuse and pain. She left everything behind and came back to the UK alone, with her baby in her arms. She had no job, no savings, and nowhere to go. She was diagnosed with clinical depression. She lived in a small apartment and survived on government welfare. She says she was as poor as it's possible to be in modern Britain without being homeless. Still, in that darkness, she kept writing. She took her daughter to cafes. While the baby slept in the stroller, she scribbled words on paper. She didn't have a laptop. She wrote the entire book by hand, page after page, scene after scene, spell after spell. She finished her first novel, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, and then came the rejection. She sent the manuscript to one publisher after another. 12 of them said no. Some said the story was too long. Others thought it was for girls only, but she didn't give up. She believed in her story. Finally, a small publisher called Bloomsbury agreed to publish it. They gave her a tiny advance and told her not to expect much, but magic had already begun. The book was released. People loved it. Children who never read before started reading again. Harry Potter became a household name. Soon the second book came, then the third, then movies. The series became a global phenomenon. Over 600 million copies sold, translated into more than 80 languages. The movies grossed billions of dollars. Rowling, who once lived on food stamps, became the world's first billionaire author. But success didn't change her heart. She donated hundreds of millions to charity. She created jobs, supported children, and helped single mothers like herself. She never forgot where she came from. She said, "Rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life." That sentence alone has inspired millions. Because she didn't just write magic, she lived it. She turned pain into power, loneliness into legacy. Harry Potter is not just a book. It's a reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope can be found if one only remembers to turn on the light. That's what Rowling gave to the world, not just a story but a spark. And if you are struggling today, if you feel lost, rejected, or tired, then remember her story. She was a nobody, rejected, depressed, broke, but she kept writing. She kept believing, and one day the world believed in her. So don't quit on your dreams. Don't stop just because others say no. Rejections are not the end. Sometimes they are just part of the path. J.K. Rowling didn't have connections. She didn't have money. All she had was a pen, an idea, and the courage to keep going. So whatever dream you're holding in your heart, protect it, feed it, fight for it, because stories change lives, and maybe your story will too. You don't need magic to begin. You just need to believe.